Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Scorpio, and of course, always a big welcome to those zodiac signs that felt like this constellation, which exists only once a year, has an inspiration for them as well. I do the reading always on the day the moon is in your sign. That means when I look at the moon, I see Scorpio, and when I look at the sun, which gives the moon its light, which is now, of course, waning, is in Sagittarius. So the guardian angel is exchanging the energy back and forth constantly, and you are walking towards that. You have, after your death or your transformation, that moment of recognizing your guardian angel, of recognizing that we all are a guardian angel within us, and we just have to recognize that. We just have to find that. The yoga position for Sagittarius is Paschimottanasana, a deep look within to recognize the guardian angel. And for you, I did Scorpio pose, of course, Vrikshasana. Here we put our feet above our head. We are ready to let go of our ego and transform like the phoenix rising out of our subconscious. Now, Sagittarius is the 9th house of philosophy, and you are the 8th house of reincarnation. And Sagittarius is ruled by planet Jupiter, the wise one, and you are ruled by Pluto, the judge. And so here you see this combination up in the sky affecting this reading today. You are walking in the right spinning circle, which is for me the spin the Earth does around the Sun in 365 days, divided then through the 12 zodiac signs. And the left spinning cycle is the Earth that does a wobble in its own axis, which lasts 25,800 years, and we divide that as well through the 12 zodiac signs, and we get an age. Today you get a right spinning reading on your full moon, which is opposite of you, Taurus. You get the left spinning reading with all 22 major arcanas. And so just that you know, right spinning is from the outside to the within. Left spinning is from the inside to the without. A lot of people call that bad or evil or negative. For me, it's masculine and feminine. For me, there is no evil, there is no negative, right? So back then, people were immediately having to the negative that's evil, and we have to get away from that. So here, this is going to be the story influencing you today. Your court card is the King of Cups. He's sitting in the middle of the ocean here, looking also into the right spinning cycle. If your birthday is between October 13 and November 12, this is your court card if it comes up in the reading. Reconnecting to the last one, where you had a second time the Sun and Moon in Scorpio, which doesn't happen often, right? What happened there was you had at the beginning a new moon and the Sun in Scorpio, and then at the end, not a new moon, but again, the Sun and the Moon in Scorpio. That means something really wants to talk to you when you get twice both planets, or the star, right? The Sun is a star, a dwarf star, speaking to you. And the message was very clear. Know beyond a doubt that you are all that you need to get what you want. Very clear. I hope you have recognized that last time, and let's see what Sagittarius is wanting to tell you today. So we begin on the position of the Fool, which is that state of consciousness, a thought, an idea, something that comes from deep within because it's left spinning. The Knight of Swords, he's also left spinning. And the Knight of Swords is Gemini. There's a Gemini in your life, or you yourself have that feeling of you want to take action, you want to be sharp with your mind, you want to be clear, and it's something that comes from deep within because it's left spinning. So, I guess let's see what's happened then, because on the position of the Magician comes the Eagle. And the Eagle is the number 16, which is like the tower, something that's coming down to you, an idea and a thought, and that you can act upon it. And it's becoming the 7, which is then your crown chakra. So this state of consciousness of the Magician is like, what I'm going to do with this thought. I want to be precise, I want to be sharp, I want to be using my mind. And so now comes this right spinning animal, one of those animals that in shamanism says it's the highest consciousness. The Eagle is also sharp, he is air, and so there is something happening in your mind, something quite sharp, something wants to be lived in both directions. You have in one way the soul speaking to you that you want this, and then you turn around and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna use this also in the world as a human. On the position of the High Priestess comes then here the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is the physical manifestation of money, but it's not the kind of money that you would say, now I'm rich and I have everything I want. This is the kind of money that you would use if you have a thought here, and if you have that sharp mind, then you also recognize in your intuition, because that's what the High Priestess is, that here you can make money with this idea, with this thought. And so this holy energy is coming to you and is letting you know, yeah, the eagle is landing. You have now understood an idea and you want to create from there a financial success. And then on the position of the Empress comes the World. So you're looking over into this left spinning, but the body is physically into the right spinning cycle. You have all fixed zodiac signs, you are in there. We have Taurus and Leo and Scorpio, and of course the Aquarius. And Scorpio is the eagle. Then you can literally, because the world here, the circle here, in this fixedness, you can recognize that you have brought something important here down to planet Earth. Something that can then again become fixed, something again that can be like the Empress, be born as a new consciousness, as a new way of doing things. Very beautiful. I mean, it's like, it's really interesting because I laid the cards down and these are all from different decks, so I want to combine modern and very old ones. And this is Oswald Wirth, and this is the Visconti Sforza Tarot. They created around 1450 this deck. It's very old. And here comes, right, this combination where you see the eagle, and the eagle here is facing the left spinning. So don't forget if you are bringing that energy into the human world, that it came from the soul and it is enriching the soul. And always incorporate both sides. Then comes you, right? So you have realized those 4 states of consciousness, from the Fool to the Empress. And of course the Empress is the number 3, and the 21 then becomes again a 3, which is the 1, the Magician, and 2, the High Priestess. The 2 magical energies, when we combine them, right? The masculine energy of the Magician and the feminine energy of the High Priestess, that inspiration and the intuition then gives birth through the Empress, because she has the crown of all 12 zodiac signs on her head. You give birth into this world, this idea. And here you sit looking now into the right spinning cycle, and you are like, okay, let me toast onto that. Right? Then on the position of the Wheel of Fortune, which is also indicating that we can spin the Wheel of Fortune to the right, but also to the left. And out of the word tarot, we get 7 other words. And here you get the gift. The wheel is spinning, and you get the gift that comes now through Christmas time. And the gift is the number 5. The 2 and the 3, the intuition, the financial intuition, that knowing something can be made into a financial success, and the world that is waiting for it, that is ready for it, for this kind of union of the High Priestess and the Empress. 2 energies, when we combine them, then you can have this incredible gift, like a friendship with this animal. You are here for each other, right? She's holding the umbrella for it, and they're becoming one through the color. And the gift is literally then something that both experience. And the Wheel of Fortune is connected with Jupiter, and Jupiter is ruling Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune is the quiz of life that we ask ourselves, and this gift is coming as a surprise to you. So that's why you can also celebrate. You feel blessed, you feel really that everything is coming in a beautiful way towards you. On the position of the Hanged Man, the pre-stage of death is coming here, the Obsidian, the number 38. And the 38 becomes then calculated together an 11, a portal that you can literally dive into. So the 3, the Empress, where you got the world, and you understand that the world is waiting for this gift that you holding in your hands. And on the 8 is that infinite energy that we understand here above the Magician as a very powerful connection to the higher spiritual world. The 8 is also then the Strength, Leo, which is here in also as a fixed sign. So the Obsidian is speaking to you about self-observation, self-recognizing, to literally recognize yourself when you look at yourself, to know who you truly are. Not just when you look in the mirror that you think, okay, I see this face. You see through, you see deep into your eyes, and you recognize the soul behind it. So this is something that is literally coming to you, because this is a deep change, a spiritual change, and an enlightenment, a moment, because you're recognizing this gift, you're recognizing that these 4 cards before, and this is the 5th card, and this is the number 5, right, is letting you know you feel this gift of life, you feel the spiritual gift, not the gifts that we give as the obsessions, right, or the possessions that we want. It's kind of like this. This is the spirit of the financial energy that we get when we sell something from the heart. On your position, the position of death, comes Radha, and then Radha is looking at this beautiful stone. She's holding the flute and she's enjoying herself. Radha is the wife of Krishna, and in Indian mythology this is one of the most beautiful couple ever, and the celebration between them is really like how we imagine and wish for. And this is almost like there's a union happening within you, because you're looking at this stone and you are having recognized yourself, like it says, right? You have looked in the mirror and you've seen yourself, and you have recognized through the third eye, and you enjoy now the life, and you can play the flute, and here are the rainbow colors in it. And she has 1, 2, 3 stones. It's like these 3 types of consciousness within us, right? And the 3 on the world here, you understand that you enjoying yourself and you want to bring this into the world, and you want to give everybody this kind of feeling now because you have recognized something. And she's looking into the soul cycle. Then on the position of Sagittarius comes the 8 of Stones. And that's a very powerful, because your guardian angel is literally telling you that the idea that you had here has now brought you into the infinite realization that I can even make jewelry out of stones. I can make something. I can be creative, and I can become the master of whatever I want to create now, and be financially secure, infinitely secure. This is Sun in Virgo. And it's very interesting, in the German reading this card came up as well, which I did yesterday, right? So the moon is always 2 days in each sign. So I have one day at the German reading, and the other day I do the English reading. And sometimes I wonder if there is the same message coming at me. And I can see now that, yeah, the 8 was speaking to me or to you yesterday as well. So you are facing now the human experience, and out of this joyful experience here, because you see here in the obsidian this face that is also looking into the left spinning cycle. And you now will use these stones. You will create jewelry, right? And she sits here and she creates these beautiful jewelry out of that self-recognition. You know you can make money. And then on the position of the Tower comes the biggest transformation, the Phoenix. And you finally ready to really be yourself, to really show yourself what you can do. And the shaking of the institutions gives you an opportunity to step in. And as you can see, they're falling down from the tower, and the Phoenix is also coming down. It's almost like this thunder, and the thunderbolt itself is like coming down as the Phoenix that I gave you in the yoga position, right? The Scorpio, when you come upside down, when you put your head down and your feet above, then you are recognizing this deep transformation, and that falling can then become a flying. On the position then of the moon, which is standing in your sign, comes here the number 42. And the 42 says the netcaster is preparations come to fruitions. And it's very interesting because this is Pisces. And this is desire to evolve out of the subconscious, coming out of the water. And the netcaster is literally saying, don't look for the fish, you already have the fish. And so this is really a sign that's like you have dived deep down into your subconscious, you have let go, and now you can come out and recognize your new path, a path out of the subconscious, right? Because you have noon, the word, the Hebrew word, which is called fish, that you're coming out, and I pointed to the fish here, and you rising out. And here comes now the netcaster, the number 42, and you have now understood something very clear, that you want to celebrate. You want, right, to be the phoenix. You want to be a new personality and come out of there, come out of the subconscious and enjoy yourself. Wow, really beautiful reading. I mean, sometimes it really, I don't see it. I'm like, oh God, what story is going to come up? And then when I do it and I recognize, wow, how beautiful. On the position of the sun comes the fire. And on the position of the sun comes, of course, then Sagittarius, which is fire and fire. So this fire is good for you. This fire is making you even fire. Radha, right? The princess or the pages of wand, and the pages are the young generations. And so here you have fire and ignition, and there's something happening to you. You're almost like getting the codings for new inspirations, for new ideas. And these new ideas will be affecting you through the guardian angel that is here helping you to see what you have come out to, and that you are now recognizing that you have everything you need. And then you continue to go into the right spinning path. And then on the position of the last judgment, or the wake-up call, or that guardian angel that is letting you know, wake up. Guardian angel is like, wake up. I am sending you these informations. I am giving you signs. Comes this card. These two fiery animals. The card is curiosity, like a cat. Be spontaneous, wander, move forward, look ahead, and stretch above your present circumstances. So you're going from 8 to 9. And you have an 8 in the obsidian, which then becomes, of course, with the 3 and 11, a portal, a 1-1 portal. And I recognize now that you also have 3 times the 1. And you have a 1 inside here. And you have a 1 inside here, oh, the magician. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times the 1. That's a gift, right? That's your gift, the number 5. So be curious, because that's what you then recognize the signs through curiosity, like the cat. The cat is always curious. It's like, oh, what can I experience? What can I discover? And here it comes, right? To be spontaneous, to be moving forward, to look ahead and to stretch yourself, to open the arms and to receive the information, to receive it, and then get it on the position of the world through the young generation of the pages, the ideas, right? and reconnecting you here to the Gemini. So there's a young Gemini in your life that is helping you to see the new ideas, to see everything that is coming down here and inspiring you. Right? Because remember, she's looking always over to the left spinning, but her body is physically into the right spinning cycle. And here comes that knowledge, right? The same way here with Radha, the young generation of the Wands, all 3 fire signs, all 3 air signs. Something is really happening, and that's why you got the curiosity, right? Air and fire is like something is moving, something is changing and shifting here in you. And that's why, right? That's why you got here the Phoenix, the 3, which is then the power to transform. And so the message is very clear. Be curious and recognize that you are ready now to receive and see the signs that are coming to you, and that you have everything you need, right? In the Netcaster, you have everything that you need, and you recognize more and more who you truly are, and that you are the gift, always, right? You are the gift. And see the eagle, right? The eagle that is coming down, and then of course the eagle here that you have as a fixed sign in the world card, being up in the air again here with the air, recognizing through the air quality that the inspiration is coming down. Wow, what a beautiful message here. I hope I see you then in the next one, which is of course then the Earth spins around the Sun. We see the sign Capricorn behind the Sun. And of course Capricorn is also here the money, right? The Earth sign that is speaking to you here through the Hermetic Tarot, the Lord of the root of the powers of Earth. I think this is going to come to you through Capricorn, how you're going to really make then money with that idea, but you can see the answer is already coming. So until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.